I don't know if you guys heard the news. Let me see if I can pull this up because I'm over here trying to learn this on my own here. Okay, I gotta share my screen. Man, I feel so old. Look at me, feeling like a boomer now. Okay, all right. No, we need that a little bigger. Okay, Warner Brothers has already said that it's been reported that they want to look to make a Black Superman movie. Now, let me just kind of save you a long read with this. Basically, they want to obviously make a Black Superman, right? They want to have Ta-Nehisi Coates go ahead and write this up. And yeah, I think he's just going to be writing this up. And they're looking for a Black director. Okay. What they also want to do is they want to have this set in, I believe, the 20th century. So in the 1900s. So they're going to have a Superman, walking around during Jim Crow era, etc. Okay. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. I see. I got to talk to y'all for this part. Here's the problem. It's also reported that they want this Superman to be based off of Kal-El. Okay, if you know the comics and stuff, Kal-El is Clark Kent. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this. Y'all already know I'm always here for everything and anything and everybody Black. I'm a root for Black all day. How many times do we have to talk about and criticize Hollywood when it comes to whitewashing? When basically they will take people of color, especially Black roles, and just put white folks in there, whitewashing. If you sit here and say, yo, we about to make a Black Superman movie, and we gonna make that character basically Kal-El, Clark Kent, just Black, how is that not blackwashing? It's the same thing, and it's just as problematic. And the reason why it's more problematic, because I'm not saying race bending is a problem, because sometimes it's fine. Like, if it's a supporting character like Jimmy Olsen, in BVS, Batman versus Superman, they made Jimmy Olsen a Black guy. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Whatever, right? But the reason why this is more problematic is because we already have Black Superman. We already have Black characters with Superman stories. That's why it's weird. That's why it's awkward. That's why it doesn't make any sense. What are you doing, WB? What are you doing, DC? Y'all have Val-Zod. Val-Zod is a Black Superman. He's another Kryptonian. Y'all couldn't make a movie about that? Y'all got Calvin Ellis. Hold on. I think I got a picture of Calvin Ellis for the people here. Hold on. Let me see if I got him up here. Calvin Ellis from a whole nother universe. You got your Black Superman right there. What are you doing? Icon. Icon is another alien that comes to Earth during the 1800s. He's Black, or he takes on the appearance of a Black man. That's your story right there too. Like, when we have the stories, just make it work. So frustrating. So frustrating. But here's one thing. Here's one little caveat about this. In the comics, of course, Kal-El is spelled. Oh, and by the way, this movie is supposed to also take place in a different universe. And this is another problem I have with DC. I'm sorry. Why are y'all already trying to do all this multiverse stuff and y'all barely have your base foundation together? You guys already said the Snyder Cut don't count, or the Snyderverse is not real. So, okay, if the Snyderverse isn't it, what are we supposed to go off of? This is why, like, when people come at me and be like, oh, E-Man, you just a Marvel fan and you don't care about DC and stuff like that. No, that's not the case. I want all comic book superhero stuff to succeed because I watch all of it. But I'm sorry, DC right now is a mess. I don't know what to make sense of stuff. I can't sit here and make a theory about the Snyderverse or whatever because it's done. They're not going to do it anymore. They're not going to restore it. Just to release the Snyder Cut was a huge stroke of luck. What people don't realize is that with the Snyder Cut, you had a bunch of unions and contracts and all this legal stuff that actually prevented, you have a lot of red tape basically that prevented WB from releasing it. I mean, some people just think it's like, oh, well, we just don't like Snyder. Maybe that was that. But guess what? When they got rid of them execs, they still couldn't do it. They had to wait for HBO streaming to come around. And I'm just saying, that was a perfect storm. You know, it was a perfect storm. Like streaming came, the pandemic hit, HBO needed content. They was like, yo, we don't have the same restrictions as, you know, the theatrical version of Warner Brothers. Give us the Snyder Cut. We need the content. So that's how that happened. But again, then right after that, WB was like, yo, that's cool. We glad that the Snyder Cut came out. Happy that the fans got something, but we're going in another direction. What direction? Where are you going? I don't know. I don't know where you're going. Because even your Aquaman, your Wonder Woman sequel, you know, these things don't even borrow from the Snyder Cut anymore or the Snyderverse. Like they already started to take their own path. Director Patty Jenkins in an interview, she said that you know, we just kind of ignore it. We ignored all the Snyder stuff and we're just going in a different direction. What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that the Snyder stuff was in a different universe, but y'all jumped in and then y'all like jumped out? What are y'all talking about? So now when you bring in this Black Superman thing and you talking about, oh, by the way, this Black Superman is going to exist in a whole different universe. Why are you establishing other universes and we don't even know what universe we're in? Are we in Earth 0 or Earth 1 or 52? I don't know. Look, all I'm saying is, even though they're doing this other Black Superman in another universe, Calvin Ellis, the one I just put up here, let me put him back up here for you. Calvin Ellis, his Kryptonian name is also Kal-El. Here's the difference, though. Clark Kent Kal-El is Kal-El. This Black Kal-El, Calvin Ellis, he's Kal-El. One word. So I'm wondering, did the Hollywood Reporter, did the you know, the people that made this scoop, did they screw up? Was it a typo? Because if you tell me that, you know what, maybe we got this wrong. Maybe we were told Kal-El, we only know one Kal-El because we don't know the comics, and we typed in the Kal-El, aka Clark Kent. I'm hoping that they made a mistake, that they were really talking about Kal-El, one word, as in Calvin Ellis. Now it's not as bad. Now it's not a problem because you're taking a story from an established Black character that was already there and you're telling that story. Now, okay. Now that's a lot. I could feel a little bit better about that. I'm still upset about the fact that y'all just making all these Elseworld things and y'all haven't established like a firm base to begin with, but you know, whatever, that's minor. But the fact that y'all like could actually be taken from another Black character, and if that is the case, I'm okay with that. The icon is the Black Superman. Agreed. Calvin Ellis and Val Zod. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love the fact that now I can highlight y'all comments because I used to hate that, you know. Isaac, what happened to Steel? You know what? Steel never really went by Superman. You know, if I'm not mistaken, he was just Steel, you know, but that's okay. Look, I still can't get that Shaq movie out of my mind. So I don't know. Hopefully they fix that up. Let's see. Derek Games, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, man, a Black Superman. Why is it set in the Jim Crow era? WB are trying to cash in what Disney has done with the Blue Marvel and Captain America. By the way, that date was smooth. Oh, I like to hear that, brother. You know what? I don't know. This was literally just how they reported it. I think this is just what Ta-Nehisi Coates wants to do. But again, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, I hope y'all don't try too hard to go away from the comics. You know what I'm saying? Like the comics already made the effort to help diversify things, right? Like that's why they made Val-Zod. That's why they made Calvin Ellis. That's why they made Icon. They wanted these characters to be represented. So it's like I hope they're not gonna try too hard with like, you know, trying to force the stories and stuff in there. But you know, maybe it'll be interesting, but I just hope that they don't. I hope they're not pandering by hijacking Clark Kent's character. I hope they don't do that. Then you know you're gonna have a whole bunch of people complaining and all that stuff. It's just gonna be whack, whack. Oh, Black Hawk. Yes, yes. You could also have a Batwing movie. That is also true. Um, let's see. Let's see. Uh who's gonna be the villain in the Jim Crow era? Jim Crow. I mean, come on now. You know, that is it's gonna be what it is. Okay, Kimberly Allen. Ooh, the vet, Kimberly Allen. What's going on? Do you like the idea of Henry Cavill as Wolverine? That was my first reaction. I'm sorry, I ain't even I've never even heard this rumor. No, I don't think so. Like I'm not saying you got to go the straight up comic route, um, you know, in terms of making them short, stocky, ugly, and all that. I mean, I first of all, I don't know if Henry Cavill can really act very well. I don't know if I believe him if he were Wolverine, to be honest with you. You know, what is that dude's name? There's this one guy I like. If y'all ever saw the show Leverage, there's this dude that plays on the cast, and he would be perfect. Like he's the muscle on the show. I'm trying to find Christian Kane. Yes. Yeah, if y'all ever watch Leverage, Christian Kane, I always thought that he would be a dope Wolverine. I don't know if I can I pull up his picture? Okay, I guess I can share my screen here with y'all. Christian Kane, that guy right there. If you watch him on Leverage, he's a mean little man. Okay, he is a mean little man, and I think he would make for a dope Wolverine. But anyway, that's just me. But to your question, Kim, I ain't going. I ain't going with that. But yeah, so that's that. Derek Gaines, okay, thank you so much. A whole universe where Jim Crow exists? No way. Well, that happens. Let's see. Overdrive. Do you think that the Black Superman will turn out great, or do you think Warner Brothers will just meddle in and mess things up like they usually do? I have to be optimistic that Warner Brothers has learned their lesson. It is not good optics. And now they're under new management, right? Ever since AT&T bought them out, they have new executives in place. They have new strategic focuses. I'm hoping that they get it together and they don't screw things up. So that is my hope for now. Isaac says, I trust Ta-Nehisi Coates. I don't think he would disrespect the character. I agree. I hope not either, you know, but like, again, I just hope that they actually use the real Kal-El, Calvin Ellis, and not Kal-El Clark Kent. I hope they don't do that. So I'm with you. I will give Ta-Nehisi Coates a try all the time. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.